Katie and welcome back to Steal the Spotlight. I'm finally doing another DIY video. It's been way too long since my last one, but I thought it'd be really fun to create this crystal crown that I'm wearing at the moment. It is perfect for festival season, and I don't know, I thought it might help you stand out from the crowd because a lot of people do opt for more of just a flower crown for festivals, so this is just something a little bit different. Before we do get into the DIY though, I wanted to let you know that I have teamed up with Etsy for this video. I'm sure a ton of you are well aware of who Etsy are, but if not, they are pretty much a worldwide marketplace where you can make, buy and sell a ton of different unique goods. Some of my personal favorites are like the cute little handmade items they have. You can actually get some great vintage finds as well. And obviously what helped me today was their abundance of craft supplies. However, the main reason I really wanted to collaborate with them was because I feel like they encourage creativity, which is something I try and do here on my channel all the time. One way that they're doing it though is through their annual craft parties. This year's one is approaching quickly. It will be Friday the 17th through to Sunday the 19th of June. And what this involves is hosting parties where people get their creative juices flowing. So obviously the options are endless because it depends on how you want to express yourself. But for example, if you are going to a festival with some friends soon, invite those friends over and you can all make like a unique crown or some sort of accessory to wear to the festival. But I just think it is such a cool concept. And on top of that, Etsy sellers around Australia will be hosting their own parties that you can attend as well. So I'll be sure to list those as well and leave a link in the description bar if you do want some more info on that. I'd love to see you guys get involved though. I think it's a really, really exciting opportunity.
So what you'll need for this DIY are some headbands, a strand of crystals, flower arrangements of your choice, and also any other accessories you think you might want to add to your crown, some craft wire, again, whatever color you choose, some glue, scissors, and lastly, a marker. The first step I'm taking is just laying out the headband and arranging the crystals where you think you'll want them. Once you're wiring them on, it's kind of hard to tell where the center is, so if you just dot it with your marker, that will be a great guideline. Now you'll want to make sure that you have all the crystals facing upwards the same way, and just grab that craft wire and start attaching it. Obviously you want to make sure that you're pulling it really, really tight, but of course we can always put a dollop of glue on later to make it extra secure. Once you have the end firmly attached, it's time to take the rest of the wire and start wrapping it around each individual crystal. As you can see here, I take the wire in between the two and wrap it twice before moving on to the next one. This is kind of hard and time consuming when you first start off because the crystals are flopping around everywhere, but once you have a few done, it gets a lot easier. I found that using this process held up extraordinarily well. It definitely felt secure enough to wear at a festival and dance around, so I was really, really happy with it. Of course, at the end, I'm just tying it off exactly the same as how I started it, but if you did want a little bit of glue to those ends, feel free. The crystals alone on the headband look absolutely gorgeous, so honestly you could leave it there. I of course wanted to take it a step further, so I picked up a few different floral arrangements and just decided to play around with them. I love that these ones are really dainty. I think that that's something to keep in mind since the crown isn't too large. You don't want the flowers to overwhelm the crystals. As you can see, I just cut off some pieces that I thought would be appropriate and attached them with that craft wire again to the side of the headband. I think that this just frames the crystals perfectly. In order to tie in the pink flowers more, I chopped off some little tiny bits to scatter over the crown. This part is optional, but I like to go in with a bit of blue tack just to play around with the design a little bit before I commit to one look. This is great for anyone who is totally indecisive like me. And of course, once you have it where you want, just try it on, make sure that that's how you want it to look before going ahead and gluing them all down. I used super glue, but to be perfectly honest, I think you could totally get away with craft glue for this one as well. Once you're totally happy with your design, just leave it there to dry before trying it on again. That is where you can leave it, or you could also add a little bit of ribbon like I did. I just loved this one, so I had to try and include it somehow. I tied a little loop right at the end of the ribbon and then simply slipped it on the headband, and I'm doing this just to cover up that little bit of wire that we used to attach the flowers before. The options are seriously endless with these crowns. There are so many different flowers and accessories you can use, so just get creative. This is another one that I designed and I absolutely love it. I kind of wish I left it here, but I also think it looks amazing if you add this extra beaded strand over it. Again, I just attached it with the craft wire and then just placed it how I wanted it. I think that it looks better if it's a little bit messy because it really adds to the whimsical effect. This one definitely makes me feel like I'm some sort of pixie princess. I would love to see someone like Simply Kenna wearing it. So there you have my 2 completed festival crowns. I really hope you guys like how they turned out. I am stoked with them. If you are too, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And since it is kind of festival themed, I thought it might be fun if you leave me a comment down below letting me know what your dream festival to attend would be. Please do remember to check out the Etsy craft parties if you're interested. I think it is such an awesome theme. So all the details will be listed in the description box. And if you do get involved, be sure to use the hashtag Etsy craft party and tag EtsyAU. Thanks for watching, guys. Mwah!